Hello, Jacqueline. This will be some video feedback for week 3. Don't forget to turn in the wireframes. They're pretty important, really, in getting an idea of how you're going to arrange your web pages. I'll talk about your journal entry, which in some ways is related to the wireframes, and the what you want your restaurant to project has a lot to do with how you lay things out. So don't forget about the wireframes. Jacqueline, this is great. This is the 3.3 where you format text. It gives them rudimentary text formatting. I'm viewing it in Safari for the Macintosh, and I'm allowed to, or I'm able to split the screen between the code view and the live preview. This little area is, if I had, user ID and password, I would see my file management over there as it exists on the server. Anyway, this is great. You've been able to upload it to, let's see, you're using GeoCities. Now, while I'm here, I just want to, and you've got ample commenting, probably from last week or the week before. While I'm here, I wanted to point out the script that GeoCities puts on your page. Don't worry about it. It's something that they put there to make your page identifiable and searchable. Here's something else that they put on the page. Just by default, they put that comment. I see that you've used head style, head H2, and you specified Courier. Courier is not one of the town corporate typefaces. That would be your next typographic hurdle, is to get the corporate typeface to display. But you have added the color, which was the rubric requirement. So good going on that. And you've been able to upload it. Bravo. Now, with respect to file management, I see that you have an account on GeoCities, so you have been able to upload. Hopefully, using their file manager has been gentle on you. Think of a way to archive these, because otherwise you're going to be overwriting this index.html, and you won't have a record of your earlier pages. So, something to think about. Good going. Oh, and also, Jacqueline, if I'm mispronouncing your name, just shoot me an email about the correct pronunciation. Sometimes I know it's Jacqueline, and sometimes it's Jacqueline. So whatever you prefer, just in my mind's ear, I'd like to know what that is. This is the milestone, and I see you have a visual site map, and it's very clear to me. It looks like, I think you're understanding web structures and their branching nature. Now, for the purposes of this class, you might consider just having 2 levels, the home page and maybe 4 links to pages. This will be quite a bit. Or another way of looking at it is that all of this content can go on this page. Right now, these look like child pages. So maybe it is, after all, a 2-level site, and maybe I'm just misreading this. But I guess what I'm trying to say is be gentle on yourself as the end of the term nears, and to bite off a manageable chunk in terms of site management would be maybe just no more than 4 links. I think that's all you need. So if you can flesh out a menu page, a catering page, an hours or contact information page, and an about page, that's, I think, more than plenty. Now, I want to be gentle here because this is such a nice diagram, but what I'm missing is the coded sitemap. And it's just a simple list of links that will become your navigation scheme. So, even if they're dummy links, I would like a list about each of these headings here, or each of these pages, the about page, about.html, and where it is in your directory. So I would expect, I talked about the not overwriting HTML files. Perhaps before you get too much further, create a folder for, say, week 1 or week 5. I wouldn't have you redo work from earlier in the semester, but beginning with week 5, let's say, or create a directory here where you can put all of that week's assignments in. That would give you some exercise in file management on the server, and if it doesn't drive you crazy at first. Jacqueline, this was short, but you still managed to address most of the discussion prompts. What I'm missing, though, are tools, specific tools. Yeah, sure, the internet is a great place to research markets, but how do you do that? What are there tools that narrow things down? And of course there are. So the things that come to mind right now are Google Analytics, which allows you to keyword search, and another easily accessible source of demographic information is the U.S. Census. Then there's the Nielsen reports, which cover all kinds of information about, surveys, demographics. There is even a Nielsen report out about how the eye travels on web pages. So, there's lots of useful information about marketing research and web page design from specific sources. I look forward to seeing how your website shapes up. I think your major hurdle is going to be file management. Obviously you can upload things to your web server, but keeping track of them, and making sure that the links aren't broken might be a challenge. But I'm here to help you. Good going.